Most people fail to manifest because they attempt to hold two conflicting states at once. They affirm their desire while still identifying with its absence. They speak of abundance while still feeling lack. They visualize success while still fearing failure. And in doing so, they remain in limbo, neither moving forward nor remaining still. You must not make this mistake. You must choose one state and abide in it fully. If you ask tentatively, if you approach life with an attitude of if only or I hope, then the world will reflect that uncertainty back to you. But if you assume with absolute conviction, if you declare within yourself that it is already done, the world will mold itself to that belief. Your task is not to figure out how your desire will come to pass. That is not your concern. The moment you begin to analyze, to strategize, to question whether it is possible, you introduce doubt, and doubt delays. The how is never your responsibility. Your responsibility is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and to remain there, undisturbed by appearances, unaffected by time, unwavering in faith. There will be moments when the world seems unchanged, when reality appears to contradict your assumption. But this is merely a test of your persistence. Most people falter here, allowing fear to creep in, allowing old doubts to reclaim their minds, but not you. You will remain steadfast. You will understand that the external world must take time to reflect the shift that has already occurred within you. And so you will stand firm in your knowing, regardless of what the senses may suggest. If you wish to be free, you must think only from the perspective of freedom. If you wish to be loved, you must feel yourself already loved. If you wish to be abundant, you must walk in the state of abundance now, even if the world tells you otherwise. You cannot wait for proof. You cannot wait for evidence before you believe. You must believe first, and the evidence will follow. Do not allow the mind to wander into questions of when or how. These are distractions, obstacles placed before you by an old way of thinking. Instead, anchor yourself in the feeling of already having received. Live in that feeling so completely that it becomes your new normal. Let it be the first thing you feel upon waking and the last thing you feel before sleep. Let it be so real to you that the world has no choice but to conform. You are not bound by past failures, by former limitations, by old stories you have told yourself. At any moment you can step into a new state. You can release every doubt, every fear, every lingering sense of unworthiness, and you can claim your birthright as the creator of your reality. The power has always been yours. The only thing required is that you accept it. Creation is not about force. It is not about effort. It is not about struggling to make something happen. It is about relaxing into the knowing that it is already done. It is about surrendering to the truth that what you have imagined is as real as anything you can touch, hear, or see. It is about moving with the assurance that the world is already aligning itself to match your assumption. There is nothing to chase, there is nothing to earn, there is nothing to prove. You need only be. Be the person who has already received. Be the one who no longer questions. Be the one who no longer waits. The moment you step into that being, the moment you take that identity as your own, the world will shift to confirm it. If you wish to see a change in your life, you must first become that change. If you want to experience joy, you must become joy. If you want to experience love, you must become love. If you want to experience success, you must become success. The external world will never give you what you are unwilling to assume as already yours. You must not waver when others question you. You must not look to the world for reassurance. The world will always reflect back to you what you most deeply believe. If you demand proof before you assume, you will wait forever. But if you assume without needing proof, proof will come. There is no difference between the great and the ordinary except in what they accept as true. The great do not wait for the world to confirm their success. They assume it, and the world falls into place. They do not ask whether they are worthy. They know they are, and the world mirrors that knowing. They do not hope for opportunities. They expect them, and so they appear. You must do the same. You must rise each day in the certainty that your dream is already real. You must act not from a place of wanting, but from a place of already having. You must speak not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. And when the world begins to shift, when the people, the circumstances, the opportunities begin to move in ways you could never have predicted, you will not be surprised, you will not be in awe, you will not marvel at the sudden transformation. You will simply nod in quiet assurance, knowing that it could never have been any other way. For you will have understood the greatest truth of all, that life has never been happening to you, it has always been responding to you. And now you finally know how to command it. You are the master of your reality. There is no external power, no unseen force deciding your fate. The only law that governs your life is the law of assumption. What you believe to be true must become true. There is no exception, no loophole, no special circumstance that can override this law. It is absolute, unwavering, and always working, whether you realize it or not. Look at the life you are living now. Every event, every relationship, every condition is a reflection of what you have previously assumed to be true. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you have accepted certain beliefs, and the world has dutifully mirrored them back to you. If you have experienced struggle, it is only because, at some level, you have accepted struggle as part of your story. If you have faced rejection, it is because you have unknowingly assumed yourself to be someone who can be rejected. If you have lived in lack, it is because you have believed in lack. But just as easily as you once assumed struggle, rejection, or lack, you can assume ease, love, and abundance. The power to write your story is always in your hands. It does not take time. It does not require effort. It requires only that you shift your awareness, that you step into the state of already having that which you desire. Most people go through life allowing circumstances to dictate their state of mind. They wait for things to change before they allow themselves to feel joy, success, or fulfillment. But this is backward. The world does not change first, you do. The moment you decide that you are already the person you wish to be, the moment you dwell so deeply in that state that it becomes your natural way of being, the world will have no choice but to reflect it back to you. You must stop thinking of your desires and start thinking from them. There is a vast difference between the two. To think of your desire is to see it as something separate, something distant, something you must still work toward. But to think from your desire is to assume it is already yours. It is to feel the relief, the satisfaction, the absolute knowing that what you have wished for is already a part of your reality. What would it feel like if you already had everything you have ever asked for? Close your eyes and dwell in that feeling. Let it take over your being. Let it replace every doubt, every fear, every thought of separation. For as long as you remain in that state, it must manifest. The world must shift to match your new assumption. Do not waver. Do not let appearances deceive you. If you plant a seed in the ground, you do not dig it up the next day to see if it is growing. You trust that the process is unfolding, that unseen forces are at work bringing your vision to life. So too must you trust in the power of your own assumption. The moment you claim something as yours, it is yours. The world may take time to catch up, but your only task is to remain faithful to your new reality. This is not wishful thinking. This is not pretending. This is the truth of how creation works. Everything you experience is the direct result of your state of being. Change the state, and the experience must change with it. Most people make the mistake of reacting to the world instead of creating it. They see lack and assume it is real. They see obstacles and assume they must fight against them. But the wise do not react. They create. They assume the feeling of already having what they desire, and they let the world rearrange itself accordingly. You must do the same. If you desire wealth, stop affirming that it is coming and start assuming that it is already here. If you desire love, stop seeking it outside of yourself and start embodying the feeling of already being loved. If you desire health, Stop identifying with illness and start dwelling in the certainty of perfect well-being. And when the world begins to change, when circumstances shift, when opportunities arise, when what once seemed impossible suddenly unfolds effortlessly before you, you will not be surprised. You will not doubt. You will not marvel at your own power. You will simply nod, knowing that it could never have been any other way. For you will have lived as though your desire was already yours, and in doing so, you will have made it so. There is nothing more to seek, there is nothing more to wait for. There is only the assumption, the unwavering belief, the feeling of already being the person you wish to be. And once you step into that state fully, completely, without hesitation, the world will yield to you. It will reshape itself in your image. It will bring to you all that you have claimed as yours. Because the greatest secret is this: you were never separate from your desires. They have always been within you, waiting for you to assume them as real. And the moment you do, they will be. You now hold the key. You now understand that the world is not something you must struggle against, not something you must beg for, not something you must wait on. The world is your mirror, reflecting back only what you assume to be true. So, what will you assume from this moment forward? Will you continue to see yourself as someone who is waiting, longing, hoping, or will you step boldly into the knowing that everything you desire is already yours? Will you walk as one who has already received, who no longer questions, who no longer seeks, but simply is? This is your moment of decision. This is the moment where you stop letting life happen to you and start commanding it from within. Live now as though all your prayers have been answered. Move now as though the reality you once dreamed of is already here. Breathe now as though nothing is missing, as though nothing has ever been missing. For the truth is, nothing ever was. You were never separate from your desires. You were never unworthy. You were never powerless. You were always the creator, the authority, the force that shapes reality itself. And now, knowing this, you can never go back to living as though you are anything less. Go forth not in hope, but in certainty. Go forth not as a seeker, but as one who is already found. Go forth and live as if God has already answered, because He has. There comes a time in life when you find yourself walking a road that seems lonely, a path where familiar faces fade and the world you once knew feels distant. You wonder why relationships crumble, why the people you once trusted slip away, and why silence becomes your closest companion. But what if this solitude is not a punishment, but a divine invitation? What if God is setting you apart, not to break you, but to awaken something within you that only isolation can reveal? Every great transformation begins with separation. The seed must be buried in darkness before it can break open and reach for the light. The caterpillar must be wrapped in stillness before it can take flight. And so it is with you. God calls you into solitude because there are things He must whisper to your soul that the noise of the world would drown out. He removes the distractions, the opinions, the expectations, and even the comfort so that you may come face to face with your own divinity. When everything around you is stripped away, you begin to see clearly. You recognize that your strength was never in the crowd, but in the one who breathed life into you. You discover that your worth was never in validation, but in the truth that you were chosen before the foundation of the world. You realize that what you thought was loneliness was actually alignment, a sacred preparation for the destiny that awaits you. God isolates His chosen ones because He has called them to something greater. You cannot carry the weight of divine purpose while clinging to the things that no longer serve you. You cannot step into new blessings while holding on to old attachments. So He removes, He refines, He resets. The people who walked away were not meant to stay. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers were not meant to hold. The places you outgrew were not meant to contain you. If you feel alone, understand that you are not abandoned. You are being elevated. This is the moment where you must trust, not in what you see, but in the unseen hand that is guiding you. The stillness is not emptiness. It is an open space where God can pour into you without interference. The silence is not rejection. It is an invitation to hear Him more clearly. You were never meant to fit in because you were created to stand out. You were never meant to walk with the crowd because you were destined to lead. And if the journey feels lonely, it is only because God is calling you higher. Let this solitude mold you, strengthen you, and prepare you. Because when the time comes, you will not return as the person you once were. You will rise as the person you were always meant to be. There is a deep mystery in being set apart, one that the world does not understand. It is easy to believe that solitude is a sign of rejection, that isolation means something has gone wrong. But in the divine order of things, to be set apart is to be prepared, and to be alone is to be strengthened. If you find yourself in a season where doors have closed, where people have walked away, where familiar comforts no longer satisfy, then you must understand this. God has removed you from the noise so that He may speak to you in the silence. You were not created to blend in with the world. You were not designed to follow the patterns of those around you. You are different, chosen, called for something greater than the ordinary rhythm of life. And when God calls someone into their true purpose, He often begins by stripping away everything they thought they needed. He takes away the things that were never truly theirs to keep. He removes the relationships that would have hindered their growth. He separates them from distractions, from false security, from the need for approval, because only in this sacred solitude can the truth of who you are be fully revealed. The discomfort of isolation is not meant to break you, but to refine you. When God removes everything familiar, He is asking you to trust in something greater than what your eyes can see. The foundation of your life is being rebuilt, your mind is being renewed, your spirit is being prepared for what is coming. And though it may feel painful, though it may feel as if you are wandering without direction, know this: nothing is being taken away that will not be replaced with something far greater. Look at the lives of those who were used mightily by God, and you will see a pattern. Every great leader, every great teacher, every great visionary was first called into isolation. Moses was set apart in the wilderness before he could lead. Joseph was betrayed and imprisoned before he could rule. David was anointed but had to endure years of solitude before he could wear the crown. Even Jesus Himself withdrew into the wilderness before stepping fully into His divine purpose. Why? Because there are lessons that can only be learned in solitude. There is strength that can only be gained in stillness. There is a voice that can only be heard in silence. You have been called into this season not to suffer, but to transform. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are not being abandoned, you are being positioned. And though your mind may seek answers, though your heart may long for understanding, faith will teach you that the answers do not come from the world, but from within. The solitude is not meant to weaken you, it is meant to awaken you. It is a divine reset, an invitation to step into a new reality, one where you no longer rely on what is external, but on the infinite power that has always been within you. In this season you must release the need for validation. You must let go of the illusion that you need people to complete you. You must surrender the idea that you are missing something, because the truth is, nothing has been lost. What is truly yours can never be taken from you. The people meant to walk with you will return in divine timing. The doors that need to open will do so effortlessly. But first you must come to know yourself without all the external distractions. You must stand in your own presence, unshaken by the absence of others, unwavering in your faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Solitude is a mirror. It reveals what is hidden. It strips away the masks. It forces you to face the parts of yourself that have been neglected, the wounds that have been ignored, the fears that have been buried. And it is in this sacred unveiling that true healing begins. Because when everything external is removed, you are left with the only thing that ever truly mattered: your connection to the divine. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of something far greater than you can comprehend. Every great transformation requires a period of isolation. Every masterpiece begins in the unseen. Every destiny is first shaped in the quiet places before it is revealed to the world. And so if you find yourself alone, do not despair, do not resist, do not seek to escape the silence. Instead, embrace it. Dive into it. Listen to the whispers of your soul, for in this stillness, in this sacred solitude, you will find the very thing you have been searching for all along. You will come to see that you were never truly alone. You were never abandoned, never forsaken. The presence of God has been with you all along, guiding you, shaping you, preparing you. And when the time comes, when the season of isolation has done its work, you will emerge renewed, transformed, awakened. You will not return as the person you once were. You will return as the person you were always meant to be. And the world will see the light that has been ignited within you, the strength that has been forged in the silence, the power that has been birthed in solitude. For now, trust the process, trust the unfolding, trust that every moment of isolation is leading you closer to your higher self, to your divine purpose, to the life that has been waiting for you all along. And when the time is right, when the preparation is complete, the doors will open, the right people will come, and everything that is meant for you will be revealed. Until then, stand firm in faith, embrace the silence, and know that you are exactly where you are meant to be. There is a reason why you feel distant from the world, why the people you once held close seem unreachable, why the things that once brought you comfort no longer satisfy your soul. This is not a mistake. This is not a random event. You are being set apart. You are being prepared for something greater than your current reality. It is not rejection, it is elevation. It is not abandonment, it is transformation. God has chosen you for a higher calling, and with that calling comes a necessary season of separation. You cannot step into your destiny while still clinging to the past. You cannot walk in divine purpose while carrying the weight of relationships that no longer align with where you are going. So, the separation comes, the solitude deepens, and in the stillness, you are forced to look within. You are forced to let go of what no longer serves you. You are forced to stand on your own, not because you are meant to be alone forever, but because you must first learn who you are without the distractions of the world. Everything you once relied on is being stripped away so that you may come to know the only thing that truly matters, your connection to the divine. This is where your strength is found. This is where your identity is revealed. This is where you discover that you are not dependent on the approval of others, that you are not defined by what you have lost, that you are not weakened by solitude, but strengthened by it. Do not resist this process. Do not fight against the changes that are unfolding in your life. There is a reason why certain people have walked away. There is a reason why doors have closed. There is a reason why you feel different, why you no longer fit into the spaces you once occupied. You are growing, you are evolving, you are being prepared for something far beyond what you can see. And with that growth comes discomfort. With that evolution comes moments of loneliness. But what you must understand is that this solitude is not emptiness. It is a sacred space where your true power is being revealed. The world will try to convince you that being alone is something to be feared, that silence is something to escape, that you must constantly surround yourself with people in order to be whole. But the truth is, solitude is where your greatest strength is born. It is where you learn to listen, not to the noise of the world, but to the voice of God within you. It is where your mind is renewed, where your faith is tested, where your purpose becomes clear. It is where you realize that you were never truly alone to begin with, that the presence of the divine has been guiding you all along, leading you toward a future far greater than you could have imagined. If you find yourself in a season of isolation, do not allow fear to take hold. Do not allow doubt to cloud your mind. Do not allow loneliness to convince you that you are forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are being set apart. You are being molded. You are being strengthened in ways you cannot yet understand. What feels like loss is actually alignment. What feels like separation is actually preparation. What feels like the end is actually the beginning of something new. Every great transformation requires a period of stillness. The seed must be buried in the darkness before it can break open and reach for the light. The caterpillar must be wrapped in stillness before it can become the butterfly. And so it is with you. This moment of solitude is not meant to harm you. It is meant to awaken you. It is meant to push you toward the version of yourself that has always been waiting on the other side of fear, doubt, and limitation. This is the season where you must learn to trust. Trust in the unseen, trust in the process. Trust that every closed door is making room for something better. Trust that every loss is clearing the way for something greater. Trust that God has not brought you this far to leave you. That every tear, every unanswered question, every moment of silence is working together for your highest good. You must come to understand that solitude is not a punishment, it is a privilege. It is an opportunity to grow without distraction, to heal without interference, to step into your power without compromise. It is in this space that you will come to see yourself clearly, not as the world defined you, but as God has always seen you. Strong, capable, chosen. You will come to realize that you do not need external validation to know your worth. You do not need constant companionship to feel complete. You do not need the approval of others to walk in confidence. Everything you need has already been placed within you, and it is in this season of solitude that you will learn to access it. Let go of the need to explain your journey to those who do not understand it. Let go of the desire to hold on to relationships that are no longer serving your growth. Let go of the fear that being alone means being forgotten. You are never alone. You are never forgotten. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And when the time is right, when this season of preparation has done its work, everything that is meant for you will come effortlessly. The right people will enter your life, not to fill a void, but to walk alongside you as equals. The right doors will open, not because you forced them to, but because you were ready to walk through them. The right opportunities will appear, not because you chased them, but because you became the person who was ready to receive them. But first, you must embrace this moment. You must accept the silence, the stillness, the solitude. You must trust that what is being removed is making space for something greater. You must believe that every challenge is a lesson. Every delay is divine timing. Every lonely night is a step closer to the life you were always meant to live. And when this season comes to an end, when you emerge from this period of isolation, you will not be the same person you once were. You will be stronger, wiser, more aligned with your purpose than ever before. You will carry a power within you that cannot be shaken, a peace that cannot be disturbed, a faith that cannot be broken. So stand firm. Hold on to the truth that everything is happening for you, not against you. Know that God is not just taking things away, He is making room for what is truly yours. And when the time comes, you will look back on this season of solitude not with sorrow, but with gratitude. Because you will see that it was in this space of stillness that you found yourself, that you found your strength, that you found God in a way you never had before. And that is worth more than anything you thought you lost. You must begin to see this season not as a time of emptiness, but as a time of fulfillment. What the world calls loneliness, heaven calls preparation. What feels like separation is actually elevation. You are being pulled away from the familiar so that you may step into the extraordinary. You are being removed from the noise so that you may hear the truth. You are being taken out of the crowd so that you may discover the power that lies within you. There is nothing random about this process. Every shift, every loss, every moment of solitude has been divinely orchestrated for your transformation. It may not make sense now. You may not understand why certain people have walked away, why the doors you once relied upon have closed, why you no longer feel connected to the places and things that once gave you comfort. But one day, you will look back and realize that everything happened exactly as it needed to. You will see that nothing was taken from you. Rather, you were being guided towards something far greater than what you could have imagined. Right now, the world may not see you. They may not recognize the changes happening within you. They may not understand why you have pulled away, why you no longer engage in the same conversations, why your desires have shifted. That is because you are being made new. You are being prepared for something higher, something sacred, something beyond the reach of the ordinary. The world will only understand when they see the manifestation of what is being built in this season. Until then, you must trust the process, even when no one else does. The greatest transformations always happen in the unseen. The tree grows its deepest roots in silence, before it ever reaches toward the sky. The diamond is formed in the pressure of darkness before it ever shines in the light. The masterpiece is painted stroke by stroke in solitude, before it is ever revealed to the world. And so it is with you. What is happening now, though invisible to the outside world, is shaping you into the person you were destined to be. Every moment of stillness is strengthening you. Every tear is watering the soil of your future. Every loss is making space for something that is meant to stay. This journey is not for everyone. Not everyone will understand why you have been set apart. Not everyone will see the vision God has placed within you. Not everyone will be able to walk with you in this season of transformation, but that is not your concern. You are not called to convince people of your path. You are not called to explain yourself to those who are not meant to understand. You are called to walk in faith, to embrace the solitude, to trust that what is unfolding is leading you to something beyond what you could have planned for yourself. There is no need to fear the silence. There is no need to resist the isolation. This is where you find your true self, where you shed the old identities that no longer serve you, where you break free from the limitations that have kept you bound. You are no longer who you used to be. You are not the same person who needed constant validation, who feared rejection, who sought approval from others. That version of you is being left behind. In this sacred solitude, you are being reborn. You are coming into alignment with who you truly are, not who the world told you to be. There is a shift happening within you, a shift that will change everything. Your mind is being renewed, your spirit is being awakened, your purpose is being revealed. And though it may feel like you are in the wilderness now, know that every step is leading you closer to the promise. What is waiting for you on the other side of this season will make every moment of isolation worth it. The doors that will open, the people that will come, the opportunities that will unfold. Everything will align in divine timing. But first, you must be patient. You must allow the process to unfold without resistance. You must trust that even in the silence, God is working. Even in the stillness, things are shifting. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, everything is happening beneath the surface. You are growing in ways that cannot yet be seen. You are being prepared for a life that you cannot yet imagine. And when the time is right, when the foundation has been laid, when you have fully stepped into the strength of who you are, everything that is meant for you will come effortlessly. There is nothing to fear, there is nothing to doubt. You are not lost, you are being guided. You are not forgotten, you are being protected. You are not alone, you are being held. And when this season has done its work, when you emerge from this sacred solitude, you will not just return as the person you once were, you will return transformed. You will return empowered. You will return as the person you were always destined to be. You must begin to embrace the silence, for it is not an emptiness, but a space filled with divine intention. Every moment of solitude is carving out within you a new depth of understanding, a new level of faith, a new awareness of your own power. The world may not see what is happening inside of you, But that does not mean the transformation is not real. It is happening beneath the surface, like roots growing deep into the earth before the tree ever appears. There is a breaking that must take place before the breakthrough. The breaking of old patterns, old mindsets, old attachments that have kept you from stepping into your highest self. This breaking is not meant to harm you, but to free you. The attachments that once defined you are dissolving so that you may stand fully in the truth of who you are. You are learning that you are not dependent on anything external for your strength. You are not dependent on the approval of others. You are not defined by relationships that have ended. You are not weakened by loss. You are strengthened by it. It is in this season of separation that you will come to realize what truly matters. You will see how much time you spent chasing after things that were never meant to last. You will recognize the illusions that kept you bound, the fears that kept you small, the distractions that kept you from walking fully in your divine purpose. And once your eyes have been opened, you will never again settle for anything less than what is truly meant for you. Let go of the need to understand everything in this moment. Let go of the need to see the full picture. Your human mind may not yet grasp the divine orchestration that is at work in your life, but that does not mean it is not happening. Trust the process. Trust that the pain has a purpose. Trust that the delays are divine. Trust that what feels like an ending is actually a beginning. Every great leader, every great visionary, every person who has ever stepped into their highest calling has walked through a season of isolation. Moses was alone in the wilderness before leading his people to freedom. Joseph was betrayed and cast into prison before rising to a position of power. Jesus withdrew to the mountains to pray before performing miracles. The pattern is clear. Before elevation, there is separation. Before the promise is fulfilled, there is a period of preparation. Before destiny unfolds, there is a necessary refining. This is the refining season. This is where everything that is not truly you is stripped away. This is where your strength is tested, where your faith is made unshakable, where your heart is purified from everything that is not aligned with your divine purpose. Do not despise this process. Do not resist it. What is being built within you in this season will be the foundation for everything that is to come. You must be willing to release the past in order to receive the future. You must be willing to step into the unknown, to walk forward even when you cannot yet see the path. This is what faith requires. This is what transformation demands. You cannot hold on to what was and step fully into what is meant to be. You cannot carry the weight of yesterday into the promise of tomorrow. There is something greater waiting for you on the other side of this season. There is a life beyond anything you have imagined, a future so beautiful, so aligned, so abundant, that if you could see it now, you would not question a single thing that is happening in your life. You would not fear the solitude, you would not resist the changes, you would not grieve what has left, because you would know, without a doubt, that everything is happening exactly as it should. The people who walked away were not meant to stay. The doors that closed were not the right ones. The silence is not abandonment. It is an invitation to go deeper. Deeper into your purpose. Deeper into your faith. Deeper into your divine connection. This is not the time to shrink back in fear. This is the time to rise. This is the time to trust. This is the time to fully surrender to the unfolding of something far greater than you can comprehend. There will come a day when you look back on this season with gratitude. There will come a moment when you understand why everything had to happen the way it did. The pain will make sense. The losses will no longer feel like losses. The delays will be revealed as divine protection. And in that moment, you will stand in awe of the way it all came together. You will see that you were never alone, never forgotten, never forsaken. You were being prepared. You were being positioned. You were being made ready for the life that was always meant to be yours. So do not resist this solitude. Do not fear the silence. Do not doubt the journey. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and when this season has fulfilled its purpose, when the time is right, everything that is meant for you will come with ease, with clarity, with certainty. You will no longer question. You will no longer fear. You will simply know. Because you will have become the person who was always meant to receive it. Every